So what are my predictions for the real estate market in 2021? Here are my 3 predictions that I'm going to give you. Keep in mind, these are just my thoughts, just my opinion. They're going to seem kind of doom and gloom. Hopefully none of them come together, but this is the way I see the market heading in 2021. We definitely have some storm clouds on the horizons that we're going to go into. But number 1, I see us moving more towards a buyer's market, meaning there's more inventory going to be on the market that are available for buyers to pick from. We have been working through record lows of inventories, and if you've been trying to buy a house, you know what it's been like. If a house hits the market, you better be at the house as soon as it goes on the market because there's multiple offers. It's very rush, rush, rush. I feel like you're definitely going to see more inventory going on the market, which is going to help turn this market more towards a buyer's market. We might already be seeing that. So I just recently looked at our MLS numbers, and I noticed from October 2020 to November 2020, we actually gained 407 houses in our local MLS, which is Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem area. That is probably the first time I have ever seen an increase in the housing inventory over the October, November, December, January timeframe. Matter of fact, that is the highest 1-month jump that we have seen in over 10 years in the number of houses going on the market. To put that in perspective, from October to November last year, we actually lost 251 houses. So that is a big switch from where we were at before. If we start seeing inventory levels go up, then we could start seeing house prices stabilize or actually go down, which is concerning if you have bought a house in the past 24 months and you did an FHA loan and only did 3% down, or you did 100% financing. You know, if we have a price adjustment of just going down 3 to 5%, there are going to be a lot of people that are in houses that they now owe more on their house than what their house is worth. So that's definitely something to watch to see where that inventory level is going. My second prediction is going to be what in the world is the long-term effect of COVID and some of these policies that have been coming out throughout this whole pandemic. So I feel like you're going to see the possibility of a wave, a tsunami of evictions and foreclosures that are kind of snowballing and backing up in the court system. So the federal government passed the law, you cannot start the foreclosure or the eviction process until January 2021. So I do predict that the government is going to change that. They're going to extend it probably till June or July of 2021. And by that time, you could just see a wave of foreclosures. It's going to take months to get through the court system. So these might not even start hitting until November, December, January of next year, 2022. That's really far out there, but there's a backlog here. And so what could happen is if you could see a wave of new inventory hitting the real estate market, which goes back into my first prediction that I made, you're going to start seeing more inventory hit the market. Some of the articles that I've seen, they've actually said that up to 7% of all mortgages are now in forbearance, which means they're not being paid on. So if that's the case, that's close to $750 billion of mortgages that are not being paid. So once the foreclosures start going back up again, that's a big issue to watch. Also, I've read reports that close to 1/3 of tenants are behind on their rent. So we could actually see kind of the perfect storm gathering of evictions and foreclosures hitting at the exact same time, which is very, very scary to think about and how that might all shake out. My third prediction for real estate in 2021 is inflation. And this is something that's very rarely talked about. I don't hear it covered very much. And the matter of fact, the government has reports that's come out that says from July 2019 to July 2020, inflation only went up 1%. Now, what is inflation? Inflation is how expensive things get over time. So think of a movie ticket back in the 80s, compare it to buying a movie ticket now. You know, it used to be $5 to go to a movie. Now you're spending $15, $20 to go to a movie. That's inflation. So how expensive things get over time. So the government's only said about a 1% inflation rate, but that's not really showing the whole picture of what's going on in the real estate market. For example, the National Association of Home Builders said since April of 2020 to now, lumber prices have gone up 130%. So it's getting very hard to even price to be able to build a house right now because material costs are going through the roof. Add on top of that, how tight the skilled labor force was already. That's your plumbers, your heating and air, your carpenters, your painters. There's just such a lack of skilled labor out there that their prices are also going up, which in turn is adding to the price, total price of new construction and repairs on a home. And that's going to go in to the rental side of things as well. So those are my 3 predictions for 2021. I'm a very positive, upbeat person, but I know my predictions seem pretty doom and gloom. There's some issues that we're going to have to work through next year in real estate. So hopefully when the pandemic ends, which hopefully will be soon, we can start unpacking these and working through these situations. But that is my prediction for 2021. We'll come back in a year and see how close they were. Thanks.